Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video, I have a table full of really great things. Things from makeup, hair care, skincare, perfume. This is a huge recommendations video. Now the Sephora sale begins today when you're watching this. I will leave all the dates and percentages you can save and all the nitty-gritty info in the description box. But this is really a video of things I have loved, like hardcore loved. I haven't posted a favorites type of video in a while. When I kind of came back to my channel here a few weeks ago, I had spoken about some things that I was really enjoying. Well, this is really delving further down the hole of beauty. So this is an all-encompassing beauty favorites recommendations video. If you care to purchase these at Sephora, you can save some money right now. If not, this is just a great recommendations video. So make a list, get something to drink, and let's get into this. I'm gonna start off with perfume because perfume is definitely something you want to purchase on sale. There are many opportunities throughout the year to do that. This is one of them. And the first one I'm going to recommend is one my husband bought for me in December. When we first moved here, we had gone to Dillard's. It's like the only department store within an hour and a half. And he smelled this and he's like, I'm getting that for you. I'm like, really? Because it's new. So he smelled this perfume and he's like, I'm getting that for you. And I was like, that is so sweet. It is the PRADA. What is this called? PARADOXE is what it's called. I will put the notes of this perfume on the screen because obviously offhand I don't know. It is an excellent everyday perfume. It's a little bit sweet. It's got a deeper dry down. There's definitely a little bit of floral element to this. I think it's something that would appeal to quite a few different people. It's just a really nice, simple, feminine scent that's easy to wear on the daily because it's not too harsh or too strong. So I think that one would be a good one. And then my second recommendation is the Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. Now this one I recommend, but I don't think everyone's gonna like this. So I'll say I don't think everyone will enjoy this, especially if you prefer a lighter, cleaner scent. This is not that at all. I love this. This is Strong Fierce Woman. And those are the type of scents I like to wear. I like to wear things that are very woodsy, very sensual. I like notes of amber. I like notes of musk, jasmine, gardenia. This is so good. This is me in a nutshell. This is a beautiful bottle to display. I think it's a very iconic scent, and so that's my other recommendation. It's the time of year where we're starting to bare our skin a little bit more, and you know, hydration is key to keeping crepey skin at bay. Hydration is like your number one thing you want to do to battle anti-aging. Dry skin will make you look way older than you are. It doesn't even matter what age you are. Dry skin just doesn't look as supple and lovely. And I recently repurchased 3 of this because I love it that much. I remember the first time I ordered this on QVC back in the day, the Josie Marin Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. I love this. Every time I put it on my skin, I'm like, why don't I always have this? You know, it's just one of those products where you use it up and you're like, oh, I could probably wait a little bit. And then you repurchase it and you're like, why? Why did I ever think I could wait? First of all, she's got a lot of really great scents. The best bang for your buck is gonna be to get the value size. This is not the value size, by the way. The consistency of this it's like frosting. You know that, what is it, the 7-minute frosting? If you've ever made that, you just like whip eggs up with sugar for 7 minutes and it literally becomes this consistency. I kid you not. It is such a beautiful body butter. It's not heavy, it's not greasy. I've had greasy ones in the past. I've had ones that don't sink in and then you go to put your clothes on and there's like some serious resistance. This is stunning. It looks beautiful on your skin. Your skin looks glowy, and I'm telling you what, glowy skin is youthful. So I highly recommend getting yourself some body butter because shorts, dresses, you know, you're gonna be burying some skin somewhere at some point soon. For those of you way up in the tundra, June. For the rest of us, now, grab you some of this. I love it. I have 2 hair products. The first is this Verb Ghost Oil. I'm literally almost out of this. There's like a smidge left in here. If you have hair texture that is like mine, I have fine hair. In fact, what is happening? It's getting finer. It's becoming see-through, quite honestly. I was looking at a few pictures recently and you can like see, it's a photo that's taken face on, but you can see all the way through the back of my hair, like the bookshelf behind. I was like, okay, anyways, I have a product to fix that too. But this hair oil is fabulous if you have like drier ends or you're really in need to go in and get a haircut. You know, your ends are getting kind of, but until you can get in, this really helps keep those ends hydrated. It also is great for flyaways. It adds a little bit of shine to your hair. With my particular texture, I don't go crazy with this, but I've tried other hair oils and they can be heavier. And this, of course, is very dependent on your hair texture. So if you have finer hair, I definitely recommend the Verb Ghost Oil because it's not going to get it greasy. So, I mean, you could try this if you have a thicker, more coarse hair texture. Maybe this works just as well. But I know for me, I really enjoy this. I've used up the whole thing. So, back to the first story. My hair is thinning. I hate it. I don't know. I've done all the things, okay? I'm internally reducing my stress, so on and so forth. But truly, I think the follicle needs to be like expanded, and I've been watching videos about this on YouTube. And one of the products that was recommended to me was the Oribe Maximista Thickening Spray. So I spray this on my hair when it's wet, and then I blow dry it, and it like thickens up each hair follicle. I used it today, and I really think it helps thicken my hair. I noticed a difference with this. Now, there are other ones, but I do like this. I like that it's a spray. It's not aerosol. It smells good. It's kind of spendy. I don't think this is the be-all, end-all, but I do enjoy it, and I think it's worth giving a try. Okay, let's get into face products, makeup, and skincare. Before we apply foundation, we need to make sure our skin is hydrated. And I've tried a lot of moisturizers, and I think this is my favorite. It's so much my favorite that I stray from it, and then I go back. Then I stray from it, and then I go back. And I've kind of decided that I just need to always have it. I can try other things, that's fine, but this is like, I know this works. I always like it, and so I keep it in my cupboard. It is the Believe the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. They have one, if you have more oily skin type, they have a gel version of this that's lighter. Or if you just like a lighter moisturizer maybe in the summertime. I just love the consistency of this. It reminds me of like the whipped kind of consistency of the Josie Maran Argan Oil. It's like on that same wavelength. The texture is great. The moisturization level is great. This is not a full size in case you're wondering, oh, that's kind of small. This was a kit I had bought last fall. This was a small one that came along with the big size. Once again, the best bang for your buck would be to buy the biggest one because price per ounce is the cheapest. And so this is a fabulous moisturizer. Highly recommend it. I have sensitive skin. I have pretty normal skin, but that one doesn't irritate me. It always keeps me hydrated, and it's just my favorite. Two other hydration things. These face oils. I have decided that face oils are just my jam. I've always used face oils as long as I can remember. I've repurchased this Josie Maran Argan Oil since I started watching QVC as a teenager. I just love it. I use it for my face. I use it for my neck. I use it for my décolleté. Like, this is great stuff. It sinks in. If you think, oh, oils are going to be too heavy or greasy, this is not. It really gets into the skin nicely. I love it. It's gentle. I don't think you can go wrong with this. My other favorite that I've tried a lot of face oils, and this one is one I've repurchased many times. It is the Sunday Riley Juno Antioxidant Plus Superfood Face Oil. I don't know what it is about this, but it makes my skin look clear, plump, lively, youthful. This one is hydrating, but I think this one must have some other ingredients in it that just really help with other skin concerns besides hydration. This will hit the hydration, but there's other things in it that I really notice a difference. And so this comes highly recommended by me. Next, you need to use your SPF. And I know not all of you are daily SPF users. That's fine. We all do our own thing. I try to do it every day. I didn't wear it today, but I don't plan on spending a large amount of time outside, so it's fine. However, when I go to use sunscreen, I myself cannot use chemical sunscreens. That eliminates like the majority of the market, I kid you not, because now we're over into the mineral sunscreen world. And if you're familiar with mineral sunscreens, they can have a white cast. They can be pasty. They cannot play well with others. They're kind of in their own little category. However, this one, the Get Even Sun Milk by Josie Maran, she's my favorite. She plays well with foundation. She plays well with other brands' moisturizers. She plays well with primers. She just gets along and I love it. It sinks into the skin. It's a hydrating sunscreen, so I almost look really like glowy after I wear it, especially if I don't want to wear makeup that day. I still want to look healthy and glowy. This does it. It's nice. I love it. I have a couple bottles of backup on this. You can buy this on Sephora, but you can also buy it on her website. And if you go to their website, you can often get deals, which is what I tend to do. Let's get into the makeup. We are now shopping at Sephora for some new makeup. Where do we start? Well, I have two primers. If you are looking for a primer to address hydration, you want something that's just really kind of like a lotion consistency, just a really nice basic primer for perhaps anyone, maybe not someone super oily, but I would recommend the Bobbi Brown Face Base. This is mine's almost gone. It's kind of like a lotion consistency. It is going to just prepare the skin. Basically what you want to do before foundation is make sure you're hydrated. You don't have dry patches. Fill in anything that needs a little plumping. That's what this is going to do. This is not going to be a pore filler. However, it's really going to give your skin a nice clean slate before applying foundation. Now, it has turned warm here. Well, not, with the exception of this morning. I chose this outfit and I'm like, it's kind of chilly. Needing something that mattifies and pore fills, I would definitely recommend this Milk, what's it called? The Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. My friend Jelena recommended this to me. And indeed, if you need something that is going to fill your pores and kind of keep your oils at bay, this is fabulous. I like the consistency of this. It's, once again, kind of like a lotion consistency. Typically, pore fillers, you can feel the dimethicone in them. And I guess I didn't do that right. I find if I'm too heavy of a pore filler, it clogs my pores, number one. And number two, the foundation doesn't glide over it very well. It kind of creates another barrier, another like obstacle over the skin. And I don't love that. But this is really a good consistency, a good formulation. It honestly keeps my oils at bay and it's not heavy. And for me, I need to make sure I'm not doing a lot of heavy layers because then at the end of the day, I wash my face and it's all broken out. That seems to be the game I play a lot of the time. So I'm always looking for something that's going to address the concerns that I have, but in a lighter formulation. So that's a great one. Next, let's talk about some foundations. So foundations. This is like, I think foundations are my favorite thing to try. Like, I love to explore with the canvas, right? Like, your base. Everything else looks better when your base is perfected. And our base has to change based upon our skin. As we age, things change. So now we got to change something in our routine once again. The time of year. Is it really hot outside or is it really cold? Are you more dry? Do you need more of a dewy finish or do you need more of a matte, something with longevity? So I have a foundation, quite honestly, for each of those scenarios. So let's start with something that's going to be the lightest. The Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint with SPF 40. It also has hyaluronic acid in it. If you are incredibly dry and you want something that's going to offer coverage, but be, a very dewy finish, that's going to be this. I don't think if you are oily skin, this is going to be anything you want to come near. Now, I can attest to that because I don't have really oily skin. But this in general is a very dewy finish. It is I don't even want to open this and get on my carpet, but it is a dropper. And it does have, there's a lot of shades to choose from. I'm shade ST7 Diaz. It's pretty forgiving as far as the color is concerned because it's very sheer, but buildable. So I stumbled upon this in the fall when I was looking for like a tinted serum, something light. My skin was kind of doing a dry stint, but I wanted to have a little bit of coverage. And I found if I applied this with just like my fingers and like smeared it all over, I looked youthful, dewy, and just really healthy, really glowy. It wasn't something that I would gravitate towards when I wanted to do a full beat. Like, no. Maybe for some of you that would work, but for me and my coverage preferences, this is not going to get the job done. But I'm thinking spring, summer, going to the beach, you know, going out for lunch and you just want to do something light. You don't want a lot of makeup. You don't want anything heavy. You want your skin to still look like skin. I would recommend this. Next is a foundation I think is quickly become one of my all-time favorites. It's what I have on today. I love how this looks on my skin. I love how it operates on my skin. I think it's great. It's the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. It says water light, medium coverage, natural radiant finish. Yes and yes. It also comes in a lot of colors. This is shade Light Neutral 22, which works right this second, but this is going to be too light once I get a little bit more color into my skin. This is really, really nice. For me, if there were a few words to describe what I am looking for in a daily foundation, it's going to be something in the medium coverage. I like a natural finish. I like it to look like skin and not too heavy or makeup-y. And I really like something that's going to have a fair amount of longevity. I also want my foundation to be buildable. And I feel like I can build this up to be a medium plus coverage. I love how it looks. I think it looks very natural on the skin. It blends really beautifully. Really impressed with this. And lastly, if you are looking for a full coverage foundation with longevity, you want to be more natural to matte, then I would recommend the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now, I use the words full coverage. However, I would actually say this kind of sits in that medium coverage too. This is not full coverage. Like my mind goes to foundations I've tried in the past that I would deem full coverage, like straight out of the bottle. You put a swipe on your hand and it's like thick. You can't even see the freckling in your skin. That's not this. This is buildable up to full coverage, but it's beautiful. It's very thin. It's very lightweight. You can work with it well. It comes in a lot of shades. Definitely recommend picking up the pump if you're going to buy this because it comes without one and you need the pump. I have a couple brow products. Now, this is a boring topic to talk about, but I just want to say this. I was a hardcore Anastasia Brow Wiz fan for years. I mean, the shade matched my eyebrows absolutely perfectly. And I just one day decided when my brow pencil was gone, you know what? I'm going to try a different one. And I really like this combo, but also each of these on their own for different reasons. So the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 4.5 is perfect for me. It's a brow pencil, like the long, skinny kind like this, with a spoolie on the end. Okay, that's great. Love it. That's like, you can wear it on its own. For days like when I'm wearing, say, a lighter foundation like this, or no makeup if you will, I love this. This is, well, that's kind of all worn off because I've used it, but it is a tinted brow serum. So it's a brow gel with color. So it colors your brows, but it also holds them in place. This particular one is almost gone. It's in the same color, I believe. This is great for coloring in your brows lightly and also holding them in place. So it's like a gel color in one. Now, if I really need to sculpt, this is not going to be the product you want to reach for. If you have a good set of brows, I think you'd really like something like this because it's going to tint them and then kind of glue them into place. If you don't have a lot of brows like me, this is probably going to be the better route. If you really want a full-on face, like you got some camera work to do or you're going to be on TV or something, this together, or for photos, this together is really great. So I just wanted to mention those. And lastly, I want to speak about some color. So I have one blush. I was kind of going through my stuff, and as I stated in my previous video, I haven't done beauty-related content solely in a few years. I really got to the point where I was overwhelmed with makeup. It was just too much. Beauty and makeup isn't like my number one passion in life. It's just what I sort of started my channel on, or I should say it was the content that when I started my channel seemed to be what people were the most interested in, so I went down that path. But over the years, I kind of just felt like I wasn't being true to myself. And so I decluttered a lot of my makeup. I decided not to just focus on beauty content. And that's not to say I don't enjoy these things. I still do. I just don't want to talk about blushes and blush shades and blush formulations every time I sit down and talk with you. And so I decluttered a lot of things. Or, on the flip side, a lot of my collection is old and cruddy. And I mean, I still use it and enjoy it, but not a lot of the things are current that you can buy. I do have this blush that you can. My daughter bought this for me a few years ago for my birthday. When his line first came out. And it's Patrick Ta's blush duo. I don't want to blind you because it's really mirrored, but it's beautiful rose gold packaging. This one's called She's That Girl. It's a really pretty pink blush powder. And then up here is the cream. So it's a cream blush and a powder blush. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's beautiful. I have it on today. It's a really soft pink color. She's That Girl. So I recommend that. And lips. Oh my gosh. I love lip products. Pretty hardcore. It's probably one of my favorites next to blush. It's what I gravitate towards. I've always said that lip products are the one thing you can change throughout the day. So you left your house, you can change out your lip products and it changes your entire makeup look. So I'm going to start with the Lancome Ideal Lip Liner. This I just recently purchased as a backup because I believe I've heard, I don't know if it's true, they're going to be discontinuing this. You need it. It's my most used lip liner. I have a lot of lip liners. I have a lot of MAC lip liners that I love, but this Lancome Ideal kind of covers all bases as far as defining the lip, creating a shadow, creating some contour, creating some interest. You can wear this with a similarly dark toned lipstick. You can wear it with reds. You can wear it with pinks and mauves. It's kind of a one-trick pony. I have it on today with like a, what am I wearing? I'm wearing Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't even know if some of my stuff is available, but that's what I'm wearing with this. And then I paired it with Buxom Celeste. Kind of like another really super universal, shiny, a little bit sparkly gloss that goes with everything. I love the Buxom lip glosses in general. They're my favorite lip gloss formulation. You can get them in shimmery shades. You can get them in a cream finish. You can get them, they're all super shiny. I think they have like a polish line. They have a little bit of a tingle, a little bit of a minty plumping action, which I love. I'm all about that. And I'm not really a matte lipstick girl unless I'm gonna wear a red lip. Then I like it to be matte. But other than that, I like my lips to be shiny and juicy. And these glosses are fabulous. And once again, I was going through all my lipsticks and I'm like, okay, it's a sale. You wanna buy some things that are a little bit more bougie, a little bit more high-end and save money on them when you can, because otherwise you just go to like say Nordstrom and you pay full price. So my favorite lipsticks that are more high-end that I own a lot of different shades in are these Dior's. These have always been a favorite of mine. I love them because of the formula and the packaging is gorgeous. So I believe you can still get both of these. These are a little bit different. This one's a little more pigmented. These are, I don't want to say sheer, they're just different. So this is the shade, I don't think they make this, but they're Dior Addict lipsticks. Why I love them is because the formula is super comfortable on your lips. For aging lips especially, because they're hydrating, they're not matte, they're not going to travel up into lip lines because it's a very light, more sheer-ish but buildable formula. They're glossy, so it's kind of like a lipstick and a gloss in one. And I like stuff like that. I love to throw things like this in my purse because when you're on the go, you don't have to, you know, get out a mirror and get out your liner and get out your super opaque lipstick and reapply it. You can literally be at a, I don't recommend this, but you could be at a stoplight and do one of these real quick. I know I'm not the only one. Come on, be honest. So there's that one. And then these are the lacquer sticks, which my son was playing with this one last night. And I told him, I said, roll her all the way down so you don't nick it. Well, he didn't. So these are really beautiful too. They're just a little bit more pigmented. This color is called Turn Me Dior, which I believe is one of their more permanent shades. It's like a pinky red. Beautiful. So those are all of my recommendations. Please let us know what is on your wish list and what you are recommending in the comments. I truly enjoy and love all these things, and they definitely have my stamp of approval on them. Let me know what your things are that you would recommend below so we can all kind of get some ideas off of each other. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. I would love to have you here, and I will see you guys in the next video.